This is Real King Carrot, and today my boss told me that I wouldn't have to come in until later, so I have nothing else to do this morning, so I am doing a review and comparison of 3 mugs. The official Leftist Tears Daily Wire mug from Ben Shapiro. I got this earlier this year when I signed up for a subscription after they had a special. This simple Yeti mug, which my grandmother got from her attorney. It is a little old, but in very good shape. And this, my rights don't end where your feelings begin, with the Don't Tread on Me Gadsden flag snake tumbler, which my girlfriend got me on Amazon for Christmas this year. So this one is very new. This one is several months old, and this one is probably several years old. We're going to put these through a few different tests, and we're going to do some comparisons of the lids, the bodies themselves, and a couple other things. First, I would like to note that they are all about the same size. They are the same height, same diameter. I have not tested to see if they hold the exact same fluid ounces, but I don't think that matters very much. And they're all decent mugs, of course. I'm not saying that any of these is bad. So let's go put some coffee in these things. Actually, I was thinking for a second there and decided not to put coffee in them yet. We'll do the comparison of the lids and the tumblers themselves. First, let's start with this Yeti. Yeti is typically considered top of the line as far as travel mugs. You can see on the inside it is smooth. Well, there are scratches from being washed, but there are no seams on the inside. On the bottom you do have this seam here, but that doesn't matter as much because it's on the outside. It is stainless steel. It's pretty beefy. In fact, I'll get a scale so we can compare the weights of these. So as you can see, this Yeti mug is 10.58 ounces, which if you're in Europe or elsewhere, that is 300 grams. So, that's the Yeti tumbler. Let's set that aside and take a look at its lid. Actually, we'll just do all the tumblers first and then the lids. Alright, now for the Leftist Tears, hot or cold, official daily wire tumbler. Right off the bat, we can see that it is a very sleek design. It has a built-in coaster on the bottom, which the Yeti and the My Rights Don't End Where Your Feelings Begin tumbler do not have. And that is very nice. In fact, when you set this Yeti down, it makes a sort of metallic sound, especially if you set it on a harder surface. Whereas the Leftist Tears tumbler, with its built-in foam coaster, is a little more low-key. Doesn't make much sound at all. Kind of a dull noise. Now, on the inside, we do see a very obvious seam there, which shows not poor craftsmanship, but not the best either. It was made in China, and Ben Shapiro has caught some flack for that, but I don't think that's as much of a problem, as long as it's good quality. And this mug is good quality. Now, I did say that it is several months old. It has several chips and scratches in the paint on the outside, which is unfortunate, but it's still a nice tumbler. I keep calling these things mugs, and they're tumblers, actually. Set that aside. Oh, on the scale, 10.65, so it is a little bit lighter than the Yeti. For you Europeans out there, that is 302 grams. Actually, that is heavier than the Yeti, which is surprising because the Yeti felt a little bit beefier. Yep, we're getting a different reading. Okay, 10.58, 10.62, something like 10.6. And then this one, 10.62, 10.65. So it's slightly heavier. Now, my rights don't end where your feelings begin. Gadsden snake tumbler. It's very nice. It has these seams on the outside, like the Yeti does. And they are clearer on this thing, but I think that's part of the look. And I don't think it's much of a problem because they're on the outside. As I said, it is very new, so it doesn't have any scratches or chips yet. However, I feel like it probably won't, even after some wear and tear, because it has this, it doesn't have a smooth surface, it has kind of a rough surface, so that might protect it. It feels a little bit more rugged, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. As I said, none of these other tumblers have the built-in coaster. On the inside you can see there are no seams, like the Yeti, and it weighs 8.82 ounces, so significantly lighter. That is 250 grams. And when you set it down, it makes that same metallic noise, however a little bit duller. If we take the Yeti, very metallic. This one, not quite as metallic. And then this one, rather dull. Now for the lids. This one obviously goes to the Yeti. It does not close, it just has an open mouth there. It has a vent hole at the top. And it has this rubber gasket to prevent spillage and to keep it in there. However, as I said, there is no closing mechanism. This one goes to the Leftist Tears tumbler, the official Ben Shapiro Daily Wire. Has some scratches. It has a closing mechanism, however, it closes and opens so easily that it just really, it works with gravity. It has this vent hole at the top, and it has this rubber gasket. As I said, there is a closing mechanism, but it does not provide much spill protection, as you will see in a moment when we get coffee in these things. This is the one that goes with the My Rights Don't End tumbler, and it has a very nice closing mechanism. The open hole is is open when it's slid back, and closed, and the vent hole is right there. It is also open. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit tripped up on my words, but now when you close them, they have these white rubber seals, which provide quite a bit more spill protection. There is this rubber gasket, of course, as they all have. Now, these two are clear plastic, which means no UV protection. This one is darker. Now I can't remember if it was clear when I got it. I suspect that it wasn't, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's been 10 minutes. It's time to get some coffee in these things. Alright, we are over here at the coffee machine with a pot full of very nice Black Rifle coffee. And we're going to get our 3 tumblers filled up with some good old Black Rifle coffee. Alright, now that we've got our tumblers full of delicious Black Rifle coffee, let's do some spill testing. Now, as I said, the Yeti provides no spill protection. None whatsoever. The Leftist Tears provides some with this sliding mechanism here. However, it's not much better than the Yeti. However, it does have this lip on the edge of the lid, which helps keep it from spilling too much. So you have more, well, clearance, let's say. But it does pour out. And this one is much better. I can completely turn that upside down, and as you can see, we just have some drops coming out of that lid. So I think it's very clear what the ordering in terms of spill protection is here. So this concludes our review. These are 3 very good quality mugs. I will provide links in the description to buy all 3 of them. This one you will have to get with a Daily Wear subscription, so I will link to that. As I said, they are all very good tumblers, not mugs. Pardon my slip up on that. I would say this is the option if you want the best heat containment. I did not do a test for heat retention on these because I don't have that much time before I have to go into work, but I have heard that Yeti is the best in that regard, and well, I trust the people that I've heard from. These 2 I suspect are about the same, perhaps favoring this one, and I'm not sure. Maybe with these seams here that would not be true. Who knows? I would say the Leftist Tears tumbler is the option. It's more sleek. It doesn't make as much noise when you set it down. The message is not quite as in your face as in this one. My rights don't end where your feelings begin. Leftist Tears Hot or Cold is pretty simple. So that is the option for the sleek, maybe conceal carry, this one. And this is the option for somebody who wants good spill protection and is loud and proud about loving their rights and their freedoms. So that's all for today. This has been King Carrot. Like, comment, and subscribe. Actually, just like and comment, because I don't put out videos very frequently, so subscribing won't do much. And I'm not on Twitter anymore, so you can follow me there still, but I do not use that account anymore. And that's all. Thank you very much.